Look, mate, it's Sunday night, and somebody on your team has spent 2 days building the quarterly review. 40 slides, every chart rebuilt by hand, every number checked twice, the whole quarter packed into one deck. And then it goes out as a 100-megabyte PDF. Your CEO opens it on his phone Monday morning, scrolls for about 4 seconds, and closes it. Nobody reads page 3. And the part that actually stings is the work was good, the numbers were honest, the quarter was complicated, and the deck told the truth. It just told it in a format nobody wanted to open. So I stopped blaming the audience. The problem was never the numbers. It was the medium. A 40-slide deck and a giant PDF are formats people sit through when they have to. They're not formats people actually want to read. So I tried something different. What if the quarterly review were a thing your CEO wanted to open? A single web page that reads like a magazine feature instead of a slideshow. It's got charts you can actually poke at, pull quotes set big, a real headline up top, and you scroll through the whole quarter like a story. And the whole thing is one HTML file. You open it in a browser, or you send it as a link. That's the trick, and that's the only technical part you really need. Okay, so here's how to build one. And I'll walk through a real quarter, one that was kind of a mess, because honestly, those are the ones this helps the most. First, I give Claude exactly what I'd put in the review anyway. The numbers, revenue, return on ad spend, average order value, the channel split, the top products. I just paste the table in. A spreadsheet, a CSV export, it doesn't matter what it looks like. And then the takeaways. In plain English. Including the bad ones. Because this quarter was not pretty. Our blended return on ad spend slipped from about 2.5 down to 2-ish. The Apple privacy changes made measurement noisy. Our cost to acquire a customer crept up, and the brand campaign kind of under-delivered. But the bundle test pushed average order value up about 11%, and email and SMS quietly grew to almost a third of revenue. So the margin mostly held. You still have to know what the quarter means. Claude doesn't decide that for you, and it won't hide the rough parts unless you tell it to. Then I give it one line of direction. Something like, make this a single web page styled like a magazine feature with a headline, a short intro, sections, charts, and a couple of pull quotes. And it writes the page, the whole first draft top to bottom, in about a minute. Now that first draft works, but it still looks a little generated, so here's the step that makes it look like something a designer actually touched. I take the design folder and upload it to Claude's design tool on the web, at claude.ai design. And I just tell it the look I want. Make it an elegant newspaper. Or clean and modern, like an Apple product launch. Whatever fits the brand. It runs a full design pass, brand colors and fonts and all, and hands me back the same numbers wrapped in something that looks genuinely designed. Then I bring that code back down into Claude on my desktop, and if there's anything left to fix, I keep editing right there. Because the design is handled now, but the content still needs an editor. And that's the part most people quietly skip when they show you this stuff. So I talk to it like one. The revenue chart came back as a line, so I tell it to make it a bar because quarters aren't continuous. It buried the slip in return on ad spend down in the middle, so I say put that at the top with the reason and what we're doing about it. Don't soften it. I hand it the actual quote from the CEO last quarter. I ask for the small touches that make it feel alive, like charts you can hover over and a table you can sort. And every time it just redraws the page. Before it goes anywhere, I check every number against the source. This part matters. You paste the real data and you verify the charts yourself. You never let it invent a single figure. Then when I'm ready to send it, I've got options. The simplest is, I just email the HTML file. It opens right in their browser, no app, no big download to dread. Or if I want a real link, I upload it to GitHub and host it for free on a Versal subdomain in a couple of minutes. And I can put a password on the whole thing so it stays company eyes only. The result is a dashboard and a write-up the CEO actually wants to read. And the payoff, my CEO actually reads the quarterly review now, every quarter. Sometimes he sends me a line from page 3, which a year ago I would not have believed. But let me be straight about what this is and what it isn't. It's a way to present the work. It is not your analyst. You still bring the judgment about what mattered and what you're going to do next. And it lays the quarter out, honestly. It won't spin a down quarter into an up one. On a rough quarter, that's actually the point. The format makes a hard story readable instead of something you want to hide. I'd use this anywhere the format is killing the message. Quarterly reviews, board updates, the monthly recap nobody opens. Not for a single number you could just post in Slack. Anyway, that's the whole thing. One file, real data, an afternoon of talking to it like an editor. Follow for more workflows you can actually run yourself.